Welcome to this session. Today we would be talking about the concept of religion, the various variants in religion, the types of religion, and the basic sacred text and the preachers among all religions. So let's start with what is religion and why do we need to study it first of all. So religion is basically an absolute dependence upon a system. So we'll start with the religion here. So religion is basically an absolute dependence or belief on something which you need to have faith in. So it's basically religion considers either sacred objects, sacred writings, sacred speech. It can be means of experiences of people, and the ultimate aim that all religions across the world preach is salvation. Now, before we start with the various types of religion, we must know the three basic variants in religion. First is the universalizing religions. Next is the traditional or ethnic religion. And then you have the tribal religion. So we'll first understand universalizing religion. Universalizing religion is a religion where anyone is free to become a member. The most common examples of universalizing religion is Christianity, then you have Islam, you have Buddhism. These are the three most popular religions which are universal to adopt this religion. The two less common are Sikhism and Bahai. All these religions have its origin into one single man. What does this mean? There was one man who originated this religion. For example, in Christianity it was Jesus, in Islam it was Allah or Prophet Muhammad, in Sikhism it was Gautam Buddha, in Buddhism it was Gautam Buddha, in Sikhism it was Guru Nanak Sahib. So basically, all the religions which are universalizing in nature owe their origin into one single man. Next is traditional or ethnic approach. Traditional or ethnic approach says that you must be born or married into that religion to become a part of that religion. So being born in that religion or getting married to someone of that religion makes you adopt that religion. So that is what is the traditional or the ethnic religion. The classic example is Hinduism, or I can say Judaism, or the religion of Jews. Now, what is tribal religion? Tribal religion is a kind of traditional religion which is located to small tribal units or small sects. It does not have a huge impact or a huge dispersion. These are the most three common variants of religion. Now let's understand few important terms and concepts related to religion. So the first here is animism. Animism talks about faith in objects like animals, rivers, rocks, and so on. The next talks about shamanism. Shamanism is basically people who believe in a special healing power or magical powers. So that is what is shamanism. Then there are two. One is compromising religion and other is fundamentalist. What is the difference between compromising and fundamentalist? Compromising religions are those which allow other religions and allow ideas to flow in from other religions. So I have this religion and I am allowing ideas from other religion. While fundamentalists, on the other hand, are very strict and adhere to their own principles. They do not allow intermingling of ideas. So these are some of the common variants. Now we will talk about the concept of secularism. What does the word secularism mean? Indian constitution provides India to be a secular country. Secularism basically talks about rejection of all religious beliefs. So what is the major component in it? So the major component is basically, for example, France and Italy are considered as a secular state because 90% of the population here practice Christianity, and that too most of them are Roman Catholics. But still, France and Italy are secular states because the government there has banned that there should be no religious sign on any of the government buildings or any of the buildings by the state in that region. So these are some of the important things we must know about religion. Now let's move on to the few basic types of religion. The first is Christianity. Christianity, as we knew, was given by Jesus. There are three sects of Christianity. One is Roman Catholics, you have Protestants, and you have Eastern Orthodox. Roman Catholics are the most, I should say, strict or conservative kind of thought process. Protestants, on the other hand, are much more liberal. But Protestants are spread into Northwest Europe. Roman Catholics in Southwest and East Europe. In America, they have three sects. So Roman Catholics in America have three sects. You have Protestants. Protestants in America have three basic divisions. You have Baptist, you have Lutherans, and then you have the Latter Day Saints. Latter Day Saints are in the region of Utah. Lutherans are in the region of Upper Midwest, and Baptist in Southeast USA. Then Roman Catholics in America are mainly concentrated, like of the total Christians in North America, 25% are Roman Catholics, and in Latin America, 95% are Roman Catholics. Eastern Orthodox are mainly located into the 14 self-governing churches in East Europe and Middle East region. Besides this, there are four basic hubs where Eastern Orthodox people are found, have a strong belief is Constantinople, you have Alexandria, you have Jerusalem, and you have Antioch. Christianity as a sect has two major testaments. One is the Old Testament and one is the New Testament. New Testament talks about the teachings of Jesus, and Old Testament talks about the monotheistic system. The book of Christianity is Bible. The sacred text is Bible. The next religion we will be discussing today is Islam. Islam was spread by Prophet Muhammad. It has two major sects, Sunni and Shia. Sunni constitutes around 83% of the total Muslims, and the next is Shia. In Europe, France is the region which has the highest number of Muslims. The sacred book in Islam is Quran and Hadith. 5 times prayer in a day, giving alms to poor are some of the concepts that Islam follows. Besides this, they consider Hajj as one of the holiest practice that people do. So that's the pilgrimage to Mecca and Medina. Next to Islam, we have Buddhism. So Buddhism was spread by Gautama Buddha. The book is Tripitaka, that is the sacred text of Buddhism. Gautama Buddha gave the concept of middle path, and it's mainly spread in China, Southeast Asia. There are three major sects. You have Mahayana, Theravada, and you have Tantrayana. The next religion is Hinduism. Hinduism, as we discussed, is an ethnic religion. Ethnic means only those who are part of the religion, who are born into the religion, or who marry into the religion, finally are considered as Hindus. The major region of concentration is India and higher proportion of Nepal. The sacred text is the Vedas. Then you have Ramayana and Mahabharata as the other major text. Hinduism in general talks about karma or your deeds and the concept of sansar. The next religion is Sikhism. Sikhism, as we discussed, is by Guru Nanak. The main sacred text is Guru Granth Sahib. The most holiest place considered by Sikhs is the Darbar Sahib or Golden Temple in Amritsar, India. Sikhism or Sikhs do not worship idols. They worship only their text, that is the Guru Granth Sahib. So in any Gurudwara, that's the holy place for Sikhs, if you go, there would be only the text, that is Guru Granth Sahib. Then you have Judaism, practiced by Jews, most prominently found in the areas of Israel. The sacred text is Torah and Talmud. They separate Hanukkah as the one of the major festivals. Then you have Confucianism. Confucianism was given by Confucius. The sacred text is Lun Yun, and it talks about harmony in family. The next religion is Jainism. Jainism was propagated by Lord Mahavir. The sacred text is Siddhant Patkar. Jains reject the caste system. They have two further subdivisions, Shvetambars and Digambars. Jains are mostly concentrated in the countries of India. The next common religion is Taoism, spread by Lao Tse. He talks about two kinds of energy, yin and yang. Yin is the dark side and yang is the light side or the brighter side. Taoism talks about the energy that is known as Tai Chi. Tai Chi is a technique which talks about balancing the flow of energy. The next is Shintoism. Originates in Japan. The text is Kojiki and the Nihon Shonki. Then you have Zoroastrianism. It is spread in Persia. The book is Avesta. It again believes in dualism. So there is two sides again. One is the good and another is the evil or the bad side. The good side is known as Angra Mainyu. The evil side is known as Santa Menu. Okay. Finally, there are two of the less common religions we will be talking about. That's Bahai. It talks about equality of gender and race. They have basically spread around in many of the countries. Then you have atheism. Atheism talks about rejection of deities or idols. So they do not believe in idol worship. Then you have no religion. These are the people who do not believe in any kind of religions and they do not practice any religion. Now, how does the religions diffused? Universalizing religions are the religions which is spread across the country because the concept is anyone can adopt this religion. So how did they spread? They spread through mainly through missionaries. So you have a lot of missionaries in Christianity and migration of people. So Christians moving from one region to another started migrating and they were kind of missionaries which led to propagation of religion. On the other hand, the ethnic religions did not spread much because there was no diffusion. Now religion has been a main issue among a lot of people. So let's understand the hierarchy in case of Christianity. So if I talk about Christianity, the highermost authority is the Pope. Below Pope, you have the Archbishop, who is in charge of the province. Under Archbishop, you have the Bishop, who is in charge of the diocese. And under Bishop, you have the priest, who is in charge of the parish. So this is kind of hierarchy that comes into the religion. But the important thing here to understand is religions has been a source of connecting people and separating people as well. So it's basically a unifying force and a separating force. The unifying force, we all know, all the people who belong to a common religion would be unified under one or the other platform. But how it acts as a separating force? There have been a lot of religious wars since long. These religious wars, the most common is the war at Jerusalem. It's basically, people believe, Jews say it's our land, Christians say it's our land, and Muslims say it's our land. So basically, it's a conflict between Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Similarly, you had crusades in previous decades, previous centuries. So you had, it was a kind of war between the Christians and the Muslims. Then in the region of Asia, you have conflict between Hindus and Muslims. So there are a lot of kind of religious wars and phenomena which are going around in the country and the state. So this is about the basic concept on religion. Why the religion is important, what are the basic components of religion and the various types of religion we have discussed in brief. We would be talking about more topics in geography. Stay tuned for further updates. Have a good day ahead.